after he finished the special, he started trying to find something else to do. He had one last movie to do, and that was Change of Habit. He did Change of Habit. In the meantime, he's looking for stuff to do. And in Las Vegas, they were building a new hotel called the International Hotel, these people. And Barbra Streisand was going to open the hotel in July of '69. So they approached Elvis, wanted to know if Elvis would come in after Streisand. So he would come in July 31st. I think it was to July 31st. I want to say August 22nd, but that doesn't sound, maybe it's the 28th. He was there for a month. And so he got all excited about it. He went to Vegas and signed the contracts in the parking lot where they're still building the hotel. I'm sure you've seen those gorgeous pictures. Yeah. And he got all excited, and he would tell me, he said, I'm going to start doing live shows again. He said, I'm a little nervous. I said, oh, you're going to be great. I said, after that special, I said, yeah. He said, that got me going. I really want to, I miss the live audience. I really want to do that. So they did that. That came and went, and that all went fine and everything, and we had the fun there. Then the next year, he was touring. Well, then MGM approached him about doing a documentary about putting the Las Vegas show together. Well, that was he thought that was really exciting. So
he started a new sound, and they listened. He started a new style, and a new world of music was born.
There's one for the money, one for the show.
From MGM, the film about the guy who started it all and still leads the way. Elvis, in person, as he is. In Elvis, that's the way it is.
But anyway, he was going over to MGM rehearsing and doing this, and he's picking, you know, he was using the band and the backup singers that he had and everything, and Millie Kirkland, you know, and Millie had decided that she didn't want to do that any longer because although she loved Elvis and working with him, she said she just didn't want to tour that much because they had a lot of tours coming up. So they were auditioning other female singers too to take Millie's place, but Millie wanted to do the movie. So soon I would work with temporary agencies like Kelly Girl, Manpower, and would work when we wanted to, and if we didn't want to, we wouldn't. And that way we could, if we were allowed to go on vacation on location with Elvis, we could do that because we'd have to work. But if we weren't going on location with Elvis, what is this? Oh my, we. That's gonna look great, isn't it? That's okay if it makes mistakes. We'd be able to go. So this particular day, we were at home, and the phone rang. So I answered the phone, and the guy said, "May I speak to Cricket or Sue?" And I said, "This is Cricket." And he said, "My name is Dennis Saunders." And he said, "I'm a director, and I'm making a movie at MGM with Elvis, and it's a documentary on his Las Vegas show." I said, "Oh, that's nice." And he said, "Well, I'm calling you because we're going to have some interviews with fans in there, and we'd like to use you and your roommate." And I said, "Well, that's nice, but we can't do it." He said, "What?" I said, "Well, you know, we're friends with Elvis, and we promised him we would not do anything like that, so we can't do it." And there was like a silence, and then he hung up, and then I told Sue, and she said, "Good, because I'm not, these people," she says, "we're going to get in trouble." We got in trouble, all right. We went up to the house that night, and Elvis come in, and they took the brakes, and he said, come here, you two. Come on. He said, "Boy, you two sure made me feel like a fool today." Well, why? And he says, "Because I asked Dennis Saunders to call you because I wanted to put you in the movie because they're putting fans in there." And he said, "If you're going to put fans in, you have to have Cricket and Sue in there." So I gave him your phone number, and he called, and you told him no. I said, "Well, first of all, he didn't tell us that you told him to call us." And I said, "We would never do that without talking to you first." He said, "Well, you've talked to me, so call him tomorrow." And I said, "No, you tell him to call us back." He said, "Okay." So anyway, the next day he called us back, and we said, "Okay." And he said, "Well, I'm sorry about the make." I said, "That's fine." I said, "But we promised Elvis." And he said, "Okay." So, you know, we set up the time and everything. So they came over to our place to film us, and this is really funny because it just makes me angry because everybody says, "Oh, there's no unseen footage of Elvis smithing." Oh crap! They filmed just the two of us. Now this is just the two of us, two fans. They filmed us for 3 hours.
Wow!
They filmed us about 2 hours at our apartment in Beverly Hills, and they filmed us for about an hour in Las Vegas.
Wow!
They didn't use any of the Vegas footage. And my best scenes are on the cutting room floor, as you know. And it seems like they pick the worst parts of all the interviews with all the fans to make us
They
look
usually
stupid.
do, yeah.
But they just don't understand the Elvis world because we are all so awesome. We
That's
do
true.
anything for
That's
Elvis, and they just, and it just, but that's how we got to be in the movie. And then
That's
and then when the movie was finished and they had the final edit, they always have what they call a studio premiere, where it's just a private screening at the studio for the people in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, and it's usually main characters, not extras or other people. So Elvis had Charlie call and said, "Come up to the house, Elvis wants to talk to you." So we went up to the house and he says, "Now, I want you guys to be on your best behavior." I'm looking at him like, "Well, what are you talking about?" He says, "Well," and I honestly don't remember what day or what night it was or anything, but I think it was a Wednesday, sometime during the week.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, let's say it's Wednesday. He said, well, Wednesday night y'all are going to MGM for the private screening of the movie
Wow.
of Elvis. That's the way it is." "Oh, really?" "Yeah." And he said, and we said, "You going?" He says, "No." He did not like to watch himself in anything. And he said, "But you two can go and you can take 2 people with you." And he said, "But don't take anybody that's going to be really, be cool." And he said, "But as soon as you're done, you come right here to this house. You come right up here and tell me what you thought. You don't go anywhere else. You don't go for coffee or pie or anything. You come right back to this house. I'll be waiting." So there was a disc jockey in LA at the time, and he's now syndicated. He'd known all the world. His name was Charlie Tuna. And he was on KSJ Radio, and we had a birthday party for Elvis on his show. We did all kinds of stuff with Charlie. He was a big Elvis fan. So I called Charlie at the station. I said, "Charlie, would you like to go to the studio premiere of Elvis, That's the Way It Is?" And he says, "Are you serious?" I said, "No, Sue and I are going, and we can take 2 guests, and we're going to take you and your wife." Oh, he was thrilled.
Wow.
So we took him, and we went over there and walked, so we get to go through the gate, and go in VIPs and all this stuff. And they didn't have the other fans there that were in the movie. So that surprised me. But, of course, Elvis had us going to his place.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there. First we get right down front. Then we moved back about 3 rows because it's a small screening room. And maybe 100 people, maybe 200, I don't know. But it wasn't very big. So then we decided we were just too close to the screens right there. So we're sitting there all excited. And we watched the movie. And we're sitting there, oh my God. He said, "God, he looks gorgeous," which she did anyway. But I mean, we're just sitting there speechless almost. And as you know me, I'm rarely speechless. But we were just like in awe, and the song, because we didn't know most of this. We knew some of the songs, but we didn't know what they were putting in there or anything. And this is the first time we've seen, we knew what was going on. We knew some of the stuff was going on. And we had been to Vegas, so we knew the show and everything.
Now, Elvis 70. See it, share it, live it, love it.
I can't walk.
A sensational film from MGM. Elvis, That's the Way It Is. Don't dare miss it.